Okay, hi everybody. Welcome to Sunny's channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm glad that you found us. And if you're returning, welcome home, family. So today we're going to make Jamie Saniga's peach cobbler. I bought these peaches at Whole Foods because sometimes it's just worth a little bit of extra money. These were tree ripened. And when you choose your peaches, always sniff, and even if they're a little cold because they brought them out from a refrigerated area, it should have a very faint peachy smell. If it doesn't smell peachy, it's not going to taste peachy. So these have been sitting in my house for about a day, and they have finished ripening up, and they're very, very aromatic. And so I'm going to be peeling these and slicing them up. But I wanted to mention to you, one thing that you should probably prepare ahead of time is take a baking sheet and wrap it with foil. And then put that on the underneath. I'm putting it in my little oven here. Put it on the lower level just in case your peach cobbler gets excited and overflows, okay? So it doesn't mess up the bottom of your oven. Alrighty? So today we're going to be having 3 separate sections. We're going to be making the filling with the peaches, and I have already done the prep work here, and I have them handy. So in this bowl here, I have 1/4 cup of white sugar, and I'll be giving you the recipe also. So 1/4 cup white sugar, 1/4 cup brown sugar. And when you're measuring these sugars, for those of you who are new to baking, you should make sure that you use these type of measuring. These are called dry measuring cups, okay? You don't want to measure dry products such as flour, sugar, in a liquid measuring cup because it will not work out to be the correct amounts. And baking is kind of like chemistry. It's more of a precise science than just regular cooking. So you can get away with a lot with cooking, because you can adjust and taste and stuff like this. But with baking, it's a whole different ballgame. Okay, so in here, then we have the 1/4 cup white sugar, 1/4 cup brown sugar. We have 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. That's going to help thicken all the juices. We're going to have, we have 1 tablespoon of this tapioca, which is awesome to keep in your kitchen. And then when you're making apple pies, blueberry pies, anything that needs to be thickened, you can add this. And on the back, there's a little chart that can help guide you how much you should use. But usually it's between 1 to 2 tablespoons, all the way up to 1/4 cup. So that's a nice thickening agent. Now, I want you to go ahead and preheat your oven to 425. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little intermission, and I'm going to peel and cut these peaches, and then I'll be right back and we'll mix in the goodies. And then after we do that, they're going to bake in your 425-degree oven for 10 minutes. And while they're baking, then we'll mix up the batter that we're going to put on top. Okay, and then there's also a little sprinkle of cinnamon sugar that we're going to mix up for that. Okay, welcome back. I have peeled and pitted and cut the 6 peaches. You might want to use 8 peaches. It depends how much peach you want on the bottom. I could see that you would easily go 8. Also, I wanted to say, if you could not get fresh peaches, it would be fine to use canned or frozen. Of course, thaw the frozen and drain the canned. But yeah, you could do that. Also, I really had intended, and I forgot to pick them up at the grocery store, but a really lovely flavor is peaches together with red raspberries. So you could take one of those small containers of raspberries and wash up half of them and just sprinkle them in, and just, you know, for added color, and it adds a tartness. Now, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to use some of this lemon juice. Normally you should put the juice of a fresh lemon, just squeeze it in there, but I'm going to use this today, and I'm just going to lightly do that. That acid will brighten the flavor. So I'm just stirring that lemon juice into my peach slices. And then this is a little family secret. Take your vanilla and only use pure vanilla extract. There you go. And you don't want a lot of it. It's just half of the capful, okay? It's just going to add a slight little nuance that's not going to be all that noticeable. So we've got the lemon juice, we got the vanilla, and as you recall, I had prepped all of the dry ingredients, and we're going to put that in. And we're going to stir this all up. And I decided, instead of using a mixing bowl, as I had put in the instructions, I decided to just mix it up in the pan that I'm going to bake it in. This is a nice Pyrex bowl. I love Pyrex. Oh, got a little peach skin in there. Oh, I was going to also mention, if you were having a company, and you didn't want to just be dishing it out of a communal bowl such as this, what I would suggest is, if you have any of these type of little individual pie plates, you could put some of the peaches, one serving of peaches in there, and then each person would have theirs. Or if you were having a 4th of July type of celebration, you could do the same thing, only using these pot pie tins that come with, they come actually with a clear cover that snaps on tight. So you could make each person their own little cobbler, and after it cooled off, you could snap on the clear plastic and then just put it on the side. And these can just be thrown away. So anyhow, we have our peaches, and they're starting to get really juicy, because as soon as that sugar hits those peaches, it starts to macerate them. And just like with strawberries, you know how you can just put 1 little tablespoon of sugar on cut up strawberries, and all of a sudden they release their juices, and it's a beautiful thing. So we've got that all now. Oh my goodness, I keep finding extra. Now, are you sure that we shouldn't put some wine in this? I think Julia Child would say, we should put some wine in this recipe. I love Julia Child. Bless her heart. She was awesome. And back when I was a young adult, I would watch her on PBS, I think is where her shows were. Okay, so we've got that all mixed up. So now I'm going to put it into my little oven, and you don't see it here, but I have a French door toaster oven. Well, it's not a toaster oven. Toaster ovens are small. This is the biggest oven, countertop oven on the market. It's made by Oster, and it's got French doors, and it's wonderful. So you can Google that if you need yourself one. You can put 2 big pizzas in there at one time. It's really awesome. So we're going to put this in there and let it cook for 10 minutes while we make our batter. Okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Hi, welcome back. So the peaches are in the oven. This has really been nice. I had this all prepped out, and I would suggest you try that too. Get your measurements and get everything prepped out, so all you have to do is put it together. In this bowl, I have 1 1/4 cup all-purpose flour, and I forget how much baking powder, but it'll be in the recipe, okay? And just a pinch of salt, I think an eighth of a teaspoon, yeah. So that's been mixed together, and I put that in a larger mixing bowl. And I'm going to need to turn this on. I have to boil the water. We also have 2 tablespoons of white sugar and 2 tablespoons of packed brown sugar. We're adding that to the flour. And I'm going to get myself a fork. Sorry, I went out of frame there. I have everything at my nifty sofa kitchen that I cook the majority of our things here at my sofa because of my back and hip issue and knees. This last few days, my left knee has been going out on me all the time, buckling. And fortunately for me, I've always been somewhere I could catch myself so I didn't fall down. Okay, so you got your flour, your baking powder. Oh, let me bake the, okay, start. You need to make some boiling water. I use a tea kettle. I don't use microwaves at all. So anyhow, we're just mixing the brown and white sugar in with the flour. Now, what originally I was taught that you take your cold butter and cut it into cubes, and then you use a pastry cutter to make it into a crumbly little mess there. But I like this method better. You take and use unsalted, by the way, unsalted butter, real butter, no margarine. That is of the devil. Okay, and freeze it ahead of time so it's nice and firm. We're going to peel this back. We're going to use almost the whole stick. And where is my grater? This is a little trick. You just grate your butter right into the bowl. Boy, this takes a little bit of elbow grease. So we're going to grate our frozen butter into our flour. Now it seems to be counterproductive to keep the butter nice and cold so that you'll have a nice flakiness to your topping, and then to add hot water, which is just going to melt it anyhow. But it really works, so trust me on this one. So, getting down close. Ultimately, we want to use about seven tablespoons of butter, okay? And a 1/4 pound is 8 tablespoons. So, I think to make it easier on me, sorry, I know I'm blacking my face. My sous chef can take that. I'm going to grate it into this bowl here. It's easier. And then I'll transfer it. I hope I don't shave my knuckles in here. I saw that they now have a little, it's like a glove that they're trying to sell and tell you that use that, and then when you're grating, you're not going to get cut. But I noticed it said cut resistant. It is not cut proof. So much for that. Okay. And I got my butter. Okay. And I started to cut up the foil. You don't want to do that, because your aunt might have something that wouldn't go well with her foil in her cobbler. Okay, so now that you've got your butter all grated up, all you have to do is basically do a little quick mix with a fork with the flour, and it's going to be nice and crumbly. And then when you mix in your boiling hot water, it makes the batter all nice. You can even use your fingers. That's the old-fashioned way, you know, like this, and crumble the butter into the flour. That's how all of our moms used to make pie dough, right? The old ways are sometimes always the better way. Sometimes always. I would prefer to have just there's more butter is like bacon. Everything's always better with more butter. Okay. I'm going to get just a little more butter in there. Butter is so much healthier for you. I switched over to butter long before they were admitting that margarine wasn't good for you. Is my tea kettle about to go off? I think. Yeah, we had needed a new microwave, and we got one, and it just, there's my hot water. Okay. I have a nice little induction burner right here on the stove. I mean, on the table. I love that induction. That's awesome. Okay, I forgot to set the timer for the peaches. This will be interesting. Do you have any idea when? Oh, he's going to take a picture of my induction. It's so nice to have some technical assistance and a sous chef here today with me. My husband, Dennis. He's my stage director. Okay, so got that all crumbly. We're going to take the boiling hot water, and it's going to take approximately half a cup or so. We'll just eyeball it, okay? That's how all good cooks do it. So we're going to take and drizzle some of the boiling hot water and stir, 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 stir. And I'm going to add some more. And it's going to make a batter. There we go. That's all we needed. It's almost like a pas de choux, like a pastry dough. Someday I'll show you my Scandinavian. Okay, so there we have our batter. Let me put it back in this small clear bowl so you can see it. Okay. So here is our batter. You want it thick. Okay. And all that butter melted, and it's going to be lovely. Why cold butter? Because how we were taught. No, the cold butter, it reacts differently than if you, it would be an oily mess if it was not cold. Okay? So, now we're going to take out our peaches, which may or may not be done yet. We'll see. They're looking a little watery. Let's see if I can tip it up a little bit so you can see. It's looking a little watery. There we go. And you're going to take this. Actually, what's nice to do is take one of these scoops. Now, not the big one from your ice cream. This looks right here in the picture that you're seeing. It looks like it's really big, like a regular scoop of ice cream, but this is the next size smaller in actuality. So I'm going to take small bunches with that and just plop it down, and going to cover little batches all over your peach thing. And I'm going to have my technical assistant to take a picture, and we'll enter a picture in of what it looks like from the top right before I put it in the oven, okay? Oh boy, I can hardly wait to taste this. I'm so excited. There's the lights, camera action. And one more little scoop over here. We should be trying to cover up the most of your peaches, okay? All right, and the final thing is a little bit of white sugar, 2 tablespoons of white sugar mixed with a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of cinnamon. And we're going to go like this and sprinkle that on. We might save some for toast in the morning. Yeah, I got a little left over. I love these prep bowls. You can get 5 prep bowls and their lids at Ross's for a real decent price. Okay, so here's how it looks before I put it in. And we're going to bake it for about 30 minutes or until golden brown. And I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'll be back after this word from our sponsors. I'm getting in practice for when I have sponsors. Okay, so I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to turn the recording off long enough to let it bake, and then I'll bring it out and we'll let it cool for a few minutes till it's edible, and then I will turn the not the computer. I will turn the video back on, and we're going to sample it. Okay, we'll sample it together. Yum! I hope you're hungry. All right, let's see if it looks like it's done. Oh yeah, it's done. Okay, turn off my oven. It's all bubbly. Where's my other pot holder? Okay, let's see if you can see this. Oh, this Pyrex is going to be fun to clean. Anyhow, we're going to let that cool off a few minutes, and then I will serve you up a bowl, okay? All right, I hope you're hungry. It looks so good. When you touch it, you can tell. You just touch it very lightly with your finger. You can tell that the pastry dough is cooked. So, Yum. I'm going to put you on pause. Okay, hi. Okay, we are back. And it's cooled off. I've got some Tillamook, old-fashioned vanilla to go with it. And, okay. So I'm going to open that. And I think my hubby has earned the first scoop. So I'm going to scoop out I don't think that's getting a very good shot of it. There. There we go. Can you see that? It's nice and gooey. It's got a little bit of sauce, but it's just perfect. And of course, you gotta have a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It's required. It's illegal to serve without it. Oh boy. I'm going to put this on pause while I hand it to him and give him a spoon, and then I'm going to get me some. Hold on. Okay, so I got me some, and I'm going to take a bite.
No broke mouth, huh?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Those fresh peaches. Oh my goodness. Now let me try the crusty part. Now mine has just a little bit underdone on the bottom side. It could have gone for just 2 more minutes and been perfect. But I ain't hating it. Crispy. You gotta try this recipe. Jamie, you did good. You get a great suggestion. I wish you were here to have a bite. Here, taste it. Don't you love the summer? And those peaches from Georgia. Oh my goodness. Listen, people. I'm going to put the recipe down below in my description box, and I'll probably also try to put it in as a screenshot so you can screenshot. Well, I don't know if you're a camera. My cell phone, you just go like this and it does a screenshot, but everybody knows how to do screenshots. And it'll be also in the description box. Hey, if you had fun today, please give a girl a thumbs up over there by where it says subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Join our family. It's a big ohana. We have good times and fun. And it's just going to get better and better. I got some wild ideas. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to implicate. What is the word I'm searching? Implement. That's right. I'm not sure how I'm going to implement these really crazy ideas I've got, but I'm going to figure it out, and it's going to be hella fun. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off so I can enjoy my dessert. And oh my goodness, put away the $6 worth of ice cream into the freezer before it's a milkshake. Okay, I love you all. Do something fun tonight. I got that great phrase from another YouTuber. Look her up. She's an awesome lady. She RVs, and her name is Deborah Joy. And a big shout out to Deborah Joy. She always goes, hi y'all. And at the end, she always says, go do something fun. And that's what I want for you this weekend. Go have a fun time. Love you. Aloha.